done with.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition? Bone face. You.
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself. You.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, but the PS5 though, like it just dropped.
I know.
Oh, damn, y'all beautiful though, but
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, but I need a PS5.
Oh, God.
My nigga.
Y'all, so this dude came in my DM yesterday. He was like, "You're pretty, I'm trying to get to know you." He literally sent me $1,000 just to get to know me. And y'all literally sit here and think I'm gonna get to know y'all for free when somebody just paid me $1K for him to get to know me? Be so for real.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not, no.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I got a question for you. Do you have car insurance?
100%. No reason.
All right. Do you have homeowners insurance?
100%.
Do you have life insurance?
100%.
Do you have medical insurance?
100%.
Did you get tired of your insurance agent talking about the possibilities of you losing your life and being rewarded? Hold on for a second. I know, but don't be a butt person. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You have insurances. Although it's a very uncomfortable situation, and life insurance people who sell it tend to be scumbags. They tend to be looked at as scumbags, like, I don't want to have this conversation about me dying, but you surely will die. So you better have the conversation. The reality is, yes, it's a very tough conversation. I have to spend a lot of time talking about it. It's very difficult. However, there needs to be some insurance, and there's no insurance, and so we must talk about it.
He ain't lying.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed over that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and rammed.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
What's up, y'all? It's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Damn, Facebook, y'all are hating on your boy, man. Whew. Yours a little low, but it's all good. It's time to let it go. Shit, 2 peas in a bucket. Fuck it. So, yo, I guess because we ain't talking about no specific people tonight, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I guess that's what people probably really like, and that's cool. But, sometimes Kelly Wisdoms has to come with a little bit more stuff that, his normal people and things that people could relate to. So maybe it might not pop off, but I definitely have high hopes for this video in the replay game. So, salute. XL Pro comes too. Now, of course, so yeah, man, I'm gonna go straight to the point. I got some little videos to y'all, to play for y'all and whatnot. But I do want to play. Actually, no, we can go straight to the point, man. Because you know what? I don't even think I'm gonna be on all night tonight, y'all. So hey, hey, I'm just here just so I don't get fired. You dig? What can I say? What can I say? Now, with that being said, we're gonna talk about, we're gonna talk about what I want to talk about tonight. So apparently, this chick, right? She goes and basically, this situation is, I've been through this. Most people have been through this. Many men are still going through this and being gaslit because essentially women believe that they have a right to still entertain, or still kind of, do the single behavior even though they're in a relationship. Now, as you see from this picture here, here's a post that some dude posted, I guess, in their relationship. And essentially, you see this chick right here? Now, okay. I mean, she's not a bad looking woman, By no means is she a bad looking woman. She got a fat ass, no doubt. But she looks like she got an equally as bad attitude. Look at her face. She doesn't look welcoming. And I don't know. I mean, like I said, we don't know if that, you know what I'm saying? Shit, she might stink. You feel me? With that bad attitude on her face and that unbelievable weave. But anyway, it appears that she looked up and, she looked up and she ended up getting a boyfriend, which isn't the hardest thing to do nowadays. So essentially, I guess he posted this picture and I guess he got problems with how she's dressing. So from the text message, there's a text message that, that he posted. And he says, and I quote, "You have no respect for me or our relationship." I mean, which is technically true because, it's like, I always had a philosophy that, I never really understood why a woman will go cheat on her boyfriend because, like, that man represents the best you could get. So essentially, yeah, I guess I could understand you might want to, you're trying to be hypergamous or whatnot, right? But, Lord forbid it, doesn't turn out right. And let's just be real. In most cases, in most situations, the monkey branch usually never works. The monkey branch usually happens, usually good sex happens and, and some debauchery. But usually most monkey branches do not ever turn into sustaining relationships. Let's just be real. Now, I understand. I get that's a red pill 101 talking point. I get that. But I truly believe that, he has a point by saying you have no respect for me or our relationship. So her response is, "What the fuck are you talking about?" It's actually indicative of how she looks. She says, "Why are you posting pictures like this and you have a man? This disrespectful as fuck." She responds, "What you mean, though?" Mind you, she spelled you, Y-U. So now we're not even putting the O's anymore. Why you mean, though? What you mean? No, she said, "What you mean, though?" THO, which I do sometimes, but it says, "These the same pictures I was posting when you hopped in my BM to holler at me. So why is it an issue now?" See, they go to bird brainism. He responds, "Because you aren't single anymore. It's like you steal attention. You still, Instead of put STILL, he put STEL, STEAL. Attention seeking and carrying yourself like one of those single hoes." Now she says, "Bro, you acting insecure as fuck. Me being comfortable with my body and showing my shape doesn't make me more or less of a woman." So anytime a man has boundaries, women try to throw out insecure word around. You can't use that on me. I want a woman that respects me. So since you're so desperate for attention from another man, they can have you. Hey yo, salute to bro. Salute to bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have to be honest with you. I mean, let's keep it a buck. I don't really think he's really missing out on much. You know, little hood rat, hoochie mama. You feel me? It'd be one thing if the bitch wanted to act right, but the bitch acting stink. No lie, she looks like she kind of lucky, kind of stink. I mean, yes. Is she fuckable? Yes. If she got a fat ass? Yes. Is she kind of okay looking? Yes. But, she got this weave. She's showing nothing but ass. Like, this bitch is just trying to get fucked. And, and at the same time, he had all right to go and bounce up on her ass. You feel me? Now, Slaughter Junzi comes through, says, "Keep it up." Sarah Post says, "Move along." Right. Oh, and hey, you know what they say with the young shawties? She be like, "Move around." She gonna tell you to move around or some shit like that. Basically the same shit, but she gonna say, "Move around." As a matter of fact, let me just show you how disrespectful these hoes is, and it's kind of makes sense why, they say that whole cold approaching and like walking up to girls. The reason why men are not approaching and not walking up to these women, man, is because y'all women are vicious. I mean, women been vicious, but I think I have an example of that. This might be it. Is this it? Oh, it's not. It's not. It wasn't that. But I want to show y'all a prime example of someone, he tried a cold approach, and this bitch basically told him to fuck off. Where's it at? And then women, they go make stupid posts and stuff about, oh, why men don't cold approach, why men ain't, doing stuff that they used to get at these chicks. Well, when a man makes an attempt, y'all shoot him down. Where's it at? Because I wanted to post it, not to try to embarrass dude. You can't really tell it. You can't really see his face anyway, but not to embarrass dude, but just kind of teach us a lesson. That way we don't have to go through no unnecessary shit. Where's it at? Oh, is this it? Let's see. That's not it either. Damn. No cap, I can't even find it at the moment. But I wanted to show it because it had a lot of, it definitely went along with what we were talking about tonight. Damn. Oh man. Well, I guess that's the Lord is saying. That's the Lord's way of saying, Ninja, you ain't gonna play that shit tonight. I mean, it wasn't that much of a big deal, but still, I just wanted to show the fact of the dangers of cold approaching these hoes. But it's all good because guess what? We're gonna move along to Corey Holcomb. Yeah, Corey Holcomb, he red pill, he's hella red pill, and he got a lot to say. Oh shit. Here go Alicia Marks, my homegirl. She says Ganesha Brown. Oh shit! Don't tell me that you just told me the girl's real name. Oh shit! Please, let's not dox her. Let's not do her like that. Don't do her like that. Don't do her like that, Alicia. She must be from West Palm or Broward or something. See, now you gotta make the girl up, man. See, it's your fault, Alicia. See, now you gotta have me looking for this girl now. See, now you got me looking for this damn girl. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Oh, oh my God. All right, okay, we're gonna move along. Let's move along. Cause real talk, I think that is that chick, yo. Well, hey, the good thing is that I technically didn't really dox her. I mean, if anything, if anything, my viewers doxed her, and she's the one who got her ass up on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Slaughterhouse, Slaughter Chunizi says those females are doing, they're doing a low car approach. Oh, they're doing low car approach because alimony. No, they're doing. What do you see here? Those females are doing. I'm trying to read that. Those females are doing something low car approach because low car approach because alimony laws and family laws are still open. Government daddy needs to close that gap. Oh, okay, facts. I agree. Now, yeah, so I don't know. Alicia, can you comment on this story? Did you hear about this around your way? Did you hear about this situation? But I mean, it's not unheard of, unknown for females to, dress a certain type of way and then men feel some type of way. And, nowadays we've been gaslit to think that, it's wrong, to want your girl to be covered up and to want your girl to at least, she's going to be dressed in a certain type of way, at least dress a certain way that's still respectable of you, whether or not you're around or not. Okay. The Slaughterhouse Chinsey said these females are doing the lemon law car approach because alimony laws and family laws are still open. Remember that daddy needs to close that gap. I agree. Alicia Marcel was popping. Nothing, man, just chilling right now, on this, Monday night. It's a slow night, but hey, somebody gotta do it. And I really appreciate y'all in the chat too, Y'all participate in the chat, replay that. People from the replay gang, they're definitely gonna be, joining on in. Now I do want to show what Corey Holcomb had to say about, a situation similar to what, we're talking about here about, whether men should feel comfortable about women, dressing like, dressing provocatively, even though they're in a relationship. Because let's just be real. We'll, bring this question to, to the normies. They'll say that it's okay, that you should feel okay. Like this girl dresses, scantily clad or wants to be revealing doesn't mean that she's a hoe. But we already know differently, don't we?
Pitch up for a reason. If your woman is out in public with you like this, that's not your woman. That's our woman.
Look at his face.
I hope my brother don't think I'm dissing him.
No.
If your woman is in public with you like this, I don't care if you agreed or disagreed. If she out in public with you like that, that's our woman. If your girl walk with you in public like this, you can't protect her. If your girl is out in public with you like this, she is not prioritizing you. She putting you in a room full of gangbangers with an opposite set outfit on. Yeah. If your woman is in public like this, you are in danger.
If your woman is out like that, she ain't your woman first. Let's get that straight.
Didn't I say it? Yeah.
She ain't yours, homie.
But I'm saying an intelligent man, like the rapper brother, we heard him talk, we didn't hear him speak. I hear him hold her up in the air like she is all the sunshine in the world. Well, why are we not smart enough to know we are out with a woman who's reckless?
Yeah, that's wild. When women dress like that, they're trying to attract somebody that'll make them respect themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like
street yeast.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
It's like throwing bait out there and trying to catch something big enough to drag it back to the cave and eat it. You know what I'm saying?
If she with you, that's letting you know that you're not her last stop.
Now, where's the lie at? Was there any lies? No lies detected, and it's true. It's a fact. Because if a woman is dressed a certain type of way, especially if she's dressed kind of like scantily clad, and she's with you, men are gonna. Here's the thing: men are gonna try you. Shit, men will try you anyway. Look, she could be in a damn nut outfit. You know what I'm saying? And it not be on Halloween. And guess what? Niggas will still fucking try to respect her just because, men are men. Unfortunately, men, we could be very, very bad-minded and very negative and want to holler at the bitch. The only reason why sometimes men want to holler at the bitch is not because, they want to fuck her too, but sometimes they don't even have the bravery to want to go holler at the bitch until they see you. Now they want to size you up and then they go get your bitch now. Shit crazy. Shit is motherfucking crazy out here.
Emotional damage.
But Corey Holcomb, he's correct. He didn't lie. It's a fact. If any chick is out here dressing in some type of way and she's out in the public, she don't respect you. Obviously, she think that she could get better. Now, Alicia Mark says, I feel like a woman can maintain her sexy and still respect her man. But yes, there is a level of respect when you see this, pay attention to who she is with her posture, body language, his respect for her. Facts. Like, for example, unless you want your girlfriend to be rocking a burlap bag and be rocking some motherfucking Dickie suit, for the most part, she's gonna be kind of sexy. Sometimes here's the thing about a beautiful woman, especially a woman who has a great figure. She doesn't have to do much to look sexy. So, but when a girl want to go, she want to pull up her biker shorts all up in her ass crack and taking pictures from behind and stuff like that. Like, she's advertising herself. Alicia Mark says either he's weak and that's her way of looking for something else, or that's his arm piece. Facts. That's true. Facts. Because think about it. I guess you probably wouldn't mind of a woman dressing like a hooker if she's not really your girlfriend or your wife. But if she's your girlfriend or your wife or someone you want to see a future with, you don't want other men to look at her like she's a prostitute or think that she's a prostitute or come at her like a prostitute. So, yeah, there are some guys who don't. Here's the thing. There are some men who don't mind their girls dressing like sluts. Trust me, I got a couple of friends who don't mind their girl dressing like that. But, You know, hey, it is what it is. Slaughter, Slaughter Jonesy says she for the streets. Hey, man. Unfortunately, most of them are for the streets, bro. Facts.
It's an evil world we live in.
Now, let's see here. Now, what else I got for y'all boys? I swear I got something else that goes towards this whole discussion. Or maybe I don't. Oh, check this out.
Reason that women don't get caught cheating because the dudes that they dealing with know how to stay in their lane. Just an example, real quick. A guy coming to a woman at a grocery store, he say, yo, you look good. Can I get your number? Just say, yo, she's honest. I gotta call me on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 2 o'clock, right? And the dude will be like, yo, no problem. And he'll play by the rules. Flip it around. She say, yo, I'm feeling you. Can I call you? He says, yeah, but I got a girl. They kick it. They hang out. She starts emotionally getting attached to the guy. And then she start calling him on off day because she don't know how to stay in her lane. And that's all facts right there.
Yo. All facts, bro. Facts on facts. Yep. So that's why, when girls be getting mad at women be trying to talk about, oh, men are so bad at cheating and stuff like that, and this and that. It's not that men are bad at cheating. It is that women are incentivized to break up a relationship. Women are incentivized to break up a relationship, break up a marriage, break up, a girlfriend, a boyfriend from her man. From her woman, from his woman, all that. Because like a dude, if he goes and breaks up a relationship between a woman and her man, he got to essentially be her next new boyfriend. And I'm gonna be real with you, man. Especially if I have to be honest with you, ladies. If a man knows that you're already in a relationship, more than likely by default, if he's smart, he's not gonna want to deal with it. He's not gonna want to deal with you anyway. Not seriously, because he knows you're a cheater. Come on now.
So bullshit. All of it.
The stupidest thing a man could do is is have a woman who's cheating on her man and considering being in a relationship with her for real. Now, Alicia Mark says no. No to what? What are we saying no to? What are we saying no to? Let's see here. What else I got? Oh, Alicia says he didn't set the boundaries. She did. He allowed that to happen. Check the context clues. Who are we talking about? Are we talking about the chick from Facebook, or are we talking about that boy Papoose? Because Papoose, I guess essentially he did let it happen, because even though man, we can't force a woman to dress a certain way. All we have to do is not tolerate it and not be around. So, you know what I'm saying? In actuality, men, here's the thing. We think that our true strength is being physical, even though that is probably our main strength. Our biggest strength is just not being around, not being useful, not being available to that woman anymore. And Sada Chunzi says factually, 100 G. Look, see, and sometimes, look, I truly believe if a woman doesn't want drama in a relationship, she ain't gonna bring none. So if she's bringing the drama, that's because she obviously don't feel that you're worth not giving drama to. And guess what? It starts off with the little things. Prime example. Here we go.
Thank you for bringing me here. It's so sweet. I feel special. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you ever brought anybody else here?
We're on the moment.
I just want to know. It's an important question. Don't be like that.
Yo, y'all really want to be in a relationship, huh?
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Slaughter Chunty says, damn, you need to call in. Man, look, I be having call-in shows, man, sometime every now and then. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. The call-in shows don't do too well, man. That's why I don't really do it. But I do every now and then. I do a call-in. You know, and sometimes it don't always work out. You know what I'm saying? You know, but every now and then I do a call-in. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know, this is an interactive live chat. You know, you're more than welcome to still super chat, you know, on YouTube. You know, if you're on Facebook, you can stay on Facebook and, you know, you're still part of the show. You can still ask your questions. So even though your voice might not be heard, your voice is still being heard. You dig? Now, Alicia Mark says men suck at expressing themselves. That's not our fault. That's bullshit. Trust me, men can express themselves. The problem is that when men get to expressing themselves, y'all call them sassy, call them weak. You know, the truth is, men are not supposed to express themselves to women. Men are just supposed to tell women what it is. Now, you know, I think the only time a man should have to express himself, he says, like, Alicia, you know, you're very chocolatey, you know, and you're very sexy, you know, and I think you can do a couple things. That is the only time that a man should be expressing anything to a woman. And that's to a woman who has at least expressed that she has interest in him. But yeah, man sitting out here talking about his feelings and how he feel, sound like a whole bitch. I mean, sound like a whole female. You know what I'm saying? Like, men, we're not wired like that. That's the thing. Men and women were never really made to sit down and have, you know, conversations about feelings. No. The only feelings that a woman and a man should have towards each other is the feelings that have sex or the feeling of mutual respect. You know, she respecting that man by not dressing like a hooker and giving up his goodies, and him being a man by providing and protecting for her. Yeah, that's just how it was for the last thousands of years, and that's how it will continue to be. Well, I mean, you know, look at all the dynamics that work out. When you want to have sex with somebody, right? You know what? Y'all ain't got no problems expressing each other now, do y'all? Solid Jonesy says, I think I need to start a call-in platform and express my thoughts, not emotions. Man, hey, do that thing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. He said, Alicia Mark says, nah, let me say it's the position he's in. I mean, look, you know what? I mean, well, you know what? There's some truth to that. Like, for example, if you're look, here's the thing. I'm not a hopeless romantic. So there's certain things that I'm not going to be willing to deal with. I'm not going to be willing to deal with a chick who's basically promoting herself like she's selling pussy, you know, or trying to get another dude or a better dude. And here's the thing. I'm not even big on relationships anyway. You know, I just going to feel like, hey, we just all be friends. But if you're going to like be with me, you're going to act a certain way. Hence why I ain't been in a relationship in years. Well, actual official relationship, should I say. You know, because I got too much expectations for myself, you know. And, you know, with that being said, the position that you're in is very, very important. I feel like Papoose, I feel like his problem was that from what I'm hearing, I think one, he was in love with her, you know. Not that anything's, you know, wrong with loving women, but unfortunately, she didn't love him the way he loves her. And unfortunately, women do not love men the way men love women. Matter of fact, I'll argue that men love women harder than women love men, because women could easily replace a man. A man, he'll go fuck another bitch. He'll go fuck another female, but he gonna come back to home. If he love you, he gonna come back home. That's why cheating for us is different than cheating for y'all. Y'all might not agree. Y'all might get mad, and I totally agree that if a man promised you monogamy, he should be monogamous. Nevertheless, a man could be unfaithful and still love his wife and still provide and protect for her. A woman who's sleeping with another man doesn't respect her man, and it'll eventually break up that happy home. Tell me I'm lying. What else I got for y'all? 35 minutes? I've only been talking for like 30. So yeah, now we're just playing videos and just talking shit. Oh, now here goes another episode of I Can't Wait to Get Married. Here we go.
It's been 30 minutes. Can you just hurry up already?
Don't rush me. You gonna wait. Ain't nothing gonna make me move fast.
Fine.
See, that's why we always late. I'm always waiting on you because you want to play that game so much. Man, you losing anyway.
Yo.
Shut up, bitch.
You know what's really cool about that? It's because, all right, we all know that the PS5 makes a certain sound when it turns on, right? You know, because that's the operating system turn on because it's essentially a computer, right? Supercomputer. Now, did you notice that when this thing came on, she made it sound like a chicken? Check that out, look.
Oh my gosh, baby, it's been 30 minutes. Can you just hurry up already?
Don't rush me. You gonna wait. Ain't nothing gonna make me move fast.
Fine.
See, that's why we always late. I'm always waiting on you. See, that's why we always late. I'm always.
Yo, did you see that shit, bruh? Y'all seen that, right? Y'all seen that?
Don't wait. Ain't nothing gonna make me move fast.
Fine.
See, that's why we always late. I'm always waiting on
Fucking
you.
chicken
You want to play that
head.
game so much. Man, you losing anyway.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
This is a sick Negro.
My boy, a man supported man, come through, says salute to Cali West and everyone in the chat. And then Alicia Mark says, look, we are grown, right? It's called communication. I can't read your mind, so tell me what's up, period. Oh my God. Why does the only solution have to be you sticking your dick in someone else? Oh, we're gonna talk about that. 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 But Alicia, we might have to have an uncomfortable conversation about that. Because men, you might disagree with this, and I ain't gonna lie, this is a problem for the Black community. What the Black community doesn't understand is something that I think white women have understood for a long time. And this is actually something that African women understand. Men are not naturally monogamous. Okay? As a matter of fact, even if you go down to the Bible and even talk about all the marriage and the principles, it doesn't say that a man cannot sleep with anyone else. It just says that a man cannot covet another man's wife. And in the Bible, men have had multiple wives. It is not women who have multiple husbands. As a matter of fact, the only reason why women are able to even have sex at the propensity that they are now is because man made 30 plus contraceptives for them not to get pregnant. And also too, this, I would say in the 21st century is probably the safest time to have sex more than any other time. Y'all might not know this, but people used to die from having sex back in the day. I ain't just talking about, AIDS or HIV. People were dying from like syphilis, gonorrhea, and shit like that back in the day. Sex was always a dangerous, STEM was always a dangerous sport. Now, with that being said, one of the reasons why women used to be a little bit more, abstinence was because childbirth, they could die, they had more of a chance of dying from childbirth, one, and two, they wanted to know who the father is of their child. So there are certain provisions of society there. Women were not supposed to be kept alone with men. So fast forward to the 21st century. Alicia, I have to say this, so I know you for a very long time, but men are not naturally monogamous. I think once Black women understand that, like for example, there's a difference between a man, like let's just say you and him are together, and like let's just say, I don't know, I don't know. He goes to a bachelor party and like, you know, some strippers like give him some poom poom real quick, I guess, or something like that. That's different from if he's like fucking his coworker, I guess, or you know, if he's just going around and he's just being a complete hoe, he's just fucking random ass bitches all the time. There's a difference, I guess, between serial cheating and a man having a mistake. You know, he made a bad judgment call. Because men are naturally wired. There's a reason why. There's a reason why women go and have, you know, kids every 9 months, and a man could literally impregnate a whole village. Like, show me in the Bible or any scripture or even in nature where a man has millions and millions of sperm in him and he's supposed to just give it to one woman. How does that make sense on a biological standpoint? Now, Alicia Mark says respect is due to a dog. What you mean by that, my love? What you mean? Now, a man support man, he laughing because he knows it's true. He said a real bitch is just that. That's not true. What's not true? Because it's interesting. What's not true, Alicia? What's not true, mommy? Because it's interesting. But I mean, I really truly believe that that's one of the problems with black women. And you know what's very crazy too? And I'll say this too. You know, one thing about sisters too is that they are willing to share a man. They're just not willing to share every man. Like, for example, there's certain levels to this shit, okay? There's levels to this shit. If you're not fine to a sister, if you're not fine, if you ain't balling like Baby from fucking Cash Money Records, they're not gonna let you practice monogamy, or they're not gonna accept it. That's the only caveat to it. Is that I think deep down, see the thing. Black women know deep down that they want a good dude, they want a good, sexy, good-looking dude. He's gonna have hoes. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way he can be sitting around here with some dry dick. And but I think that, you know, I feel like if they feel like you're the that's you guy, you're good, you know, you're good. You know, now they settle for you. Here's the thing: now they settle for you, they want different rules for you. So yes, so they might have had a man who he was able to have them and other girls and her on the side, but she's not gonna set that from you because she don't think that you're all that. So you know, that's the caveat to this whole little, you know, men should be monogamous and stuff like that, because women by default, they know they're dealing with a really hot guy. Ain't no way he gonna be monogamous. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. A man supporting man said, I respect people up front until they disrespect me. Facts. Alicia Mark says a man is capable of not cheating. I never said a man is not capable of not cheating. I just said it's not natural for a man to not sleep with only one woman. There's a difference from what I'm saying. Like, for example, Alicia, I could be honest. I could not promise a woman monogamy. That's probably another reason why I'm not in a relationship. Because, like, having one woman is too close to having no woman. And also, when a woman knows that you have other women, they treat you a lot different. Now, Alicia Mark says there's a difference between a man and a boy. Okay. Give me a difference between a man and a boy. Because what you going to say? The difference between a man and a boy is that a man, he's just going to have sex with only one woman. That's bullshit. As a matter of fact, biologically, a man is going to have multiple women from a biological sense. So don't tell me what you think or what you believe. And you know, you can tell me what you think or you believe, but I'm just going to easily dispute that and trump that with the fact that humans are human. And there's a reason why men have two balls with millions of sperm, millions and millions and millions of sperm. You know, men, as a matter of fact, if you go into history, men had more than one family. As a matter of fact, you know, hey, as black people in this country, some of our grandparents had other families. I know like my family, I have a very, very big family. Like very big family. I bump into family all over. And, you know, and one thing I could definitely say is that my dad's father had a family before he had a family with my dad and them. So just go figure, man. Like, you know, men were never, I mean, like I said, I truly believe if a man tells his woman he ain't gonna cheat, he should stick to that. Like, he should stick to that. I truly believe that. But on the other hand, you know, I mean, how can you have a dude who you think that's attractive and sexy and good looking and he gets other women, but then you think he's gonna exercise getting other women? Like, that's the disconnect where I don't understand. Like, I need you, Alicia, to explain that. I need you to say to me that if you're with a dude and you think he's fine and he got a lot of money or his money's good and, you know, other women find him attractive, explain to me, other than loving you, what would be his motivation to not physically be intimate with another woman? You know, tell me that. Now, Slaughter says her poom poom is liquidy germs adapt to give the next man sperm intake from a different man. Dangerous. That as well. Like, it could even be argued that women, here's the thing, it's even argued that women are not even monogamous either. I think the only reason why women have been monogamous in the past is because of social society. It's because other women expect them to kind of, you know, practice chastity. Why? Because if they slept around with the wrong man and the baby came out looking different, you know, that could put her in a house of, you know, that could put her in a life of poverty and she'd be stuck with her child. So, you know. Now, Slaughterhouse says disease. Then a man supported man says, fuck monogamy, laughing my fucking ass off. I mean, you know, like I said, I just truly believe that people should be honest to each other. But, you know, one thing that's true is, you know, women, they could go do the same thing that men are doing, but guess what? A woman can't do what a man do and still be a lady. So, you know, that's a judgment call that they have to make on themselves. But I think if women were a little bit more honest, and here's another too, and Alicia could agree or disagree with me with this, I truly believe that the reason why Black women are kind of big on monogamy is because guess what? When you know a man's only getting one piece of pussy, it's very easy to control and manipulate him, isn't it? It's real easy to control and manipulate him when you know one man's only getting one piece of pussy, isn't it?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
But shh, don't tell nobody.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, so you know, like trust me, look, I totally understand. That's why I don't really argue with my sisters and nothing like that. Hey, if y'all want to deal with me, y'all can deal with me. Hey, you know, at your own risk, you know, because like I love myself too much to go lie to a female and tell her that. Like for example, like. You know, I'm a little older now. I can't be fucking all types of too many. I can't fuck too many bitches. But I got at least, you know, but definitely gonna have more than one. You know, I say about my age, I would say 2 or 3. I say 2 or 3 is probably the most I could probably juggle, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got a high sex drive, but you know, with how busy I am and try to do YouTube and work and shit like that and then do my little hustle shit on the side, you know, it's a little too hard to do that, but you know, but man, one is too close to none. Alicia Mark says, I can't have sex with mad people. It's too much. My man has no kids. I have no children and there's no cheating. Oh, okay. That's dope. That's a beautiful thing. He said, you know me personally. I do. I remember. Wow, you know what? I didn't know you didn't have any kids though. I don't know why. Why do I think that you had kids? I don't know. I guess you didn't have kids. I don't know. But damn, you know, it's been a long time since we had talks like this. So that's what's up, man. That's dope. So you know what y'all are? Y'all are dinks. Dual income, no kids. Hey, salute to you and bro. Salute to you and bro. You know, I'm glad that you got something for real. Okay, just don't be holding out on that poom poom now. Don't be holding out on that poom poom, all right?
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all of that dick up in her.
jammed it into there.
Jam and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Saw the Junzi says, Alicia, respect. Yeah, enough respect. Salute. And you know what? Hey, I tell my guys all the time, hey, if you got a real one, keep her, bro. If you got a real one, keep her. You know what's so crazy? I just think that the reason why sisters ain't got no man is because they have unreal expectations. You know, I remember you personally, you know what I'm saying? And you're down to earth. Like, you know, a lot of things that people be on, you're not on. But, you know, me and you, we come from a different time, you know what I'm saying? I know you're younger than me, but we both come from a different time and a different headspace. I mean, shit, even based off of how I know you, it's from a higher realm of thinking, right? You feel me? We don't have to get into specifics, but from how I know you, it wasn't on a, you know what I'm saying? I didn't, you know, even though we might both be kind of around the way, we might be both from the, you know, around the way, you know, from the hood, but we didn't meet on no hood activities. We met on some, you know, more professional type of atmosphere. So that's kind of what's kind of dope about, you know, me and Alicia. It was like, you know, I know her from, you know, from two different angles, and that's dope. So yeah, man, but I tell guys all the time, you got a real one, keep her. Hey, here's the thing. I have to be honest with you, Alicia, and I have to be honest with you all, gang. It's not like I have never been monogamous before, but I can honestly say the time when I was monogamous, that woman was draining my balls. And when I say woman, this was like in college. She was draining my balls, bringing me food, and she was love bombing me. And that was probably the only time I've been monogamous. And I ain't gonna lie, I think after that relationship, I was never monogamous again because I think I sacrificed so much, you know. And then she essentially just got tired of me, essentially. And you know, that's natural, and that's not anything against her fault. I think my mistake was, you know, sometimes when you're in a relationship, you kind of tend to lose yourself, and sometimes you tend to kind of bend, you know, too much. So, you know, here's the thing, I can honestly say that I made mistakes too. There's a lot of mistakes that I made, you know, but you know, it's all learning mistake. You know, I ain't no man and nobody or whatever, but it is what it is. At least Mark says get money. He says we're getting money. Yeah, no doubt. Shit, we still are getting money. You know, might not be getting the money the same way, but we still getting that money. You feel me? It's all about the Benjamins, whatever. Remember? Now, yeah, man. I mean, now, yeah, man. Monogamy, it can be done, but the thing is that unfortunately, I think, and I'll be honest with you too, Alicia. Even though men are not naturally monogamous, I believe a lot of men. I believe at least a good half of men probably would be monogamous. But I believe the other problem of men not being monogamous is the fact that they're not getting satisfied. Because when a woman knows that you're only getting from one man and from one chick, she could definitely manipulate how the sex goes, man. And I've been there too many times in my life. And I have to be honest with you, truth be told, that's actually what, to be honest with you, I can honestly say that when I was in serious relationships and I did cheat, okay, that's a little bit of a lie. That's a little bit of a lie. But I say for the most part, when I did cheat, it was because it was crazy because the chicks I cheated on, it's not that I wasn't satisfied or attracted to them, but it's just that they felt that they can use sex as a weapon. So I just showed them that it was not. Slaughter Chunzi says, we human. And then the man support man says, what's the definition of a real one? We know what's the definition of a real one. I think a definition of a real one is someone who is at least honest. A real one is not necessarily, here's the thing, a real one is not necessarily a unicorn or necessarily anyone special. Because a real one could, I hate to say this, a real one could even be a single mother. A real one could be a single mother. A real one could be, a real one could even be a prostitute. You know, you can still be a real one. You know, you can still be a real one, but then still be a good person. You know, Just because you are promiscuous in bed doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you a promiscuous person. But I believe a real one. When I say Alicia's a real one, I believe that she's kind of real because, you know, she, for the most part, as far as I know her, she kind of mean what she says, and you know, she at least, you know, whatever she does in the streets or whatever, she keeps it under wraps, and she at least, you know, gives at least a, you know, decent persona. You know what I'm saying? She represents well. You know, she knows how to act in public. She knows how to act in professional settings. You know, just based off of what I know. I mean, you know, I'm not saying that everyone doesn't have their bad side or everyone doesn't have their problems or they have their mistakes, but that's what I would consider a real one. A real one is someone, I just believe a real one is someone who mean what they say and they show it, you know, they show it, you know, they show it through how they live. Alicia Mark said that's where the imagination comes in. If she's going to take you being true to just her, the explorer side has to come out. I mean, look, I hear that, Alicia, but here's the thing. Just because you might be sexually liberal with your man and you might take care of your man, you know you got homegirls, sisters, family members, friends who have used sex as a weapon against their man, who have talked about they didn't even really want to have sex with their man. Here's the thing, not everyone's into their man. Shit, hey, I know a dude, well, I don't know if he's still with her, but I know a dude who was with a chick and he wasn't even fucking her. He wasn't even fucking her, bro. Like, he essentially was with her, and he even kind of admitted he didn't really want to hit that. But essentially, you know why he was with her? Because he was a fucking homosexual, bro.
This is a sick Negro.
Main reason why he was with her is because she had a crib. And it was funny too because she used to kind of talk to me all the time, like she kind of wanted me to hit that, but I was like, no. Shit. And it's funny because I was supposed to talk to her sister, but then when I found out her sister was like not you know, not of the age that I would like to talk to, I was like negative. But her sister was all in my face. But yeah, I say no. I say no to sketchy situations. Now, Alicia Mark says she may be Lisa today, but she's Pam on Friday. Facts. Facts. Well, women live on the spectrum. You know, just because you may meet a woman and, you know, hey, you might meet a woman at your job and she's a great secretary, but she could have been, you know what I'm saying? She could have been swinging off the chandeliers, you know, turning tricks or whatever. Slaughter on True News Jonesy says bait and switch is an issue. Facts. Bait and switch is definitely an issue. And here's another too. Y'all could go get a chick who is a decent girl, and then she could still interchange her ideals. All she gotta do is just meet the wrong coworker at work. Shit. Meet the wrong coworker at work. Meet a girl that she been in school that she never used to hang out with. And guess what? You know, now that see, here's the thing. A lot of people have been cool with people outside of high school. Like, for example, I know a chick who they didn't even get along in high school, but guess what? As adults, they end up getting along and end up being like best friends. But see, it's easy to become best friends now that you're older now, you're more mature, and all your cool friends in around, and all your cool friends, all your cool friends are full of shit. So you end up linking with the nerd type shit. Some real 21 Jump Street type shit. You dig? But yep. Now, a man support man said, if a woman tells me not tonight, I'll leave the house. I'll be back later. Facts. Hey, you know what? My goof ass used to be the nigga who used to be fucking sitting there over there steaming, still over there, nigga. But you know what? I think sometimes our ego is in the way. Now, anybody who deal with me, she's almost eager to give me the boom boom because she know damn well if I leave her house, All I'm gonna do is go get some other boom boom somewhere else, bruh. Straight the fuck up, G. You already know. Oh shit. This is my PC's running low. My battery. Uh-oh. Hold up.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush.
Yo, what happened?
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Alicia, you know you're too funny. You know that? See, that's why you're a real one, because you almost keep it too real. You didn't know when I first met you, but I was lesbian due to an abusive relationship. I do remember that you was a lesbian, though. But remember what I used to tell you about that lesbian shit, though, right? Remember I used to tell you? Remember I used to tell you that, you know what I'm saying, a lesbian is just, you know what I'm saying, essentially heterosexual chick fucking with females. I know you remember me telling you back that, and I told you that at least about a good 10, 15 years ago. I know I told that because I used to tell that to every female. Then see, look, he said, because I was due to an abusive relationship with a guy when I was 21. The man I'm with now is my first relationship with a man due to me giving my life to God. So he's getting that tight fresh. You heard? See how you missed out? LOL. Well, hey, shit. Oh, hey, I've always been around. You feel me? Hey, you found me on Facebook. You feel me? I've always been around. Hey, you know, it is what it is, you know? Hey, sometimes you can't have it all. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, maybe the Lord, you know, he gives it to the person who deserved it the most. You dig? It'd be like that. It'd be like that sometimes. You feel me? No, yeah, but like, you know how, but straight up, it's one thing that I do preach on this show all the time, that let's be honest, you're just basically a straight girl who just like fish every now and then. You feel me? You know, you just like pulling up to McDonald's instead of getting that quarter pounder beef, you just go ahead and get that fish fillet. That's all. But every now and then, you pull up at that McDonald's drive-thru and you get that quarter pounder beef. You feel me? Shit, you might even get that double quarter pounder while you at it. Shit, you already done know. For real. Shit. 17th and O says, I've been in a monogamous relationship in my past and I got effed over while doing so. I started being that way a long time ago. Now when we together, I do what I do when we ain't together. Facts. And you know what I believe too? I truly believe that if you at least tell the women, here's nothing too. See, any ladies listen to this, they ain't gonna like this, but hey, if you really want to be in a relationship, we could be in a relationship. But yo, I ain't about to be monogamous with you. I think the last time, Alicia, I don't know if you remember, I was in a relationship. I had a younger chick I was with, but I wasn't monogamous with her. And I think one of the problems me and her kind of got into was the fact that she did kind of expect us to be monogamous, but you know, me and her kind of hooked up. It was kind of, I wouldn't say it's by accident. She really wanted to be with me. I wanted to just do my own thing, and she wanted to be with me anyway. So I was like, fine. Well, bitch, you didn't tell me that I had to stop fucking other bitches, but for some reason, like, we used to get into it every now and then because this bitch thought I was not gonna be fucking other bitches. Like, I never ever communicated that I was not gonna be fucking any other bitches. So, you know, but yeah, man, 17th and 0. I do not look, monogamy is not something I'm giving, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shit. As a matter of fact, I think the last couple relationships, me and the chick had threesomes together. So monogamy was something that I'm not trying to exercise. You feel me? Because I know I'm gonna want something else. And it's not so much that, oh, I want something else because I'm a hoe or because, oh, I'm going to want to go leave the chick I'm with just because of another chick. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm a man. I'm going to want to, I'm going to want something every now and then. And also, I'm going to be honest with you. Shit, when a man has sex with another woman, shit, he makes the sex better for her. She doesn't even realize it. She don't realize it. Shit, a man's confidence is up. His libido's up. He might even learn a couple things from doing with her, and he could fucking put on you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, it can never get worse. I only believe it could only get worse if a man's only sleeping with you, to be honest. My opinion. That's my opinion. But hey, I'm different. So don't compare me to another. Well, at this point, we just got some time just to hang. I'm just kind of partying and bullshit. It's been an hour. I'm probably gonna be, just gonna shoot the shit a little bit. Oh, I don't know if you remember this from a movie. Hopefully, this don't get a copyright. Here we go.
Moves you make, you ain't got no
Chris, what the hell?
Let me explain.
Speak up.
I took all the money out of the bank.
I know that.
I opened up a business account, and we're gonna go into business for ourselves.
He an entrepreneur.
That is my money.
Yeah, but we're in this together, though, right, baby?
No, I'm in this. You go get my money back.
Who the fuck told you to get an LLC on my dime?
Okay. You know what? I am getting so sick of you.
Damn, tell them how you really feel.
You are so
rotten, infidelic, lying, Jezebelic, some of my bitch. Slap her again. Nah, let me chill. Fast forward. I'm mad like it happened to me.
William.
William is trying to ignore her like she a panhandler.
What?
I'm calling you. What's going on?
I've been fired.
Kaputs.
What do you mean?
I'm not leaving my wife.
The fuck you thought this was?
Wait, you can't do this.
Get your hands off
You
me.
can't.
Sheesh.
Emotional damage.
Man, you know what? I'm probably gonna have to. Hopefully, they don't snipe me for that. But yo, for real, that is a clip that I'm probably gonna have to share tomorrow because that's gonna go on my next show for tomorrow. I don't know. Hopefully, I could wake up in the morning and I could go ahead and do this show before I get started on my day. But I got a hell of a day tomorrow. But I'm gonna try to see if I could maybe do it in the morning. If not, I'll do it at night. But the truth is that just because a chick is messing with another dude doesn't mean you're gonna end up getting with the dude that you're messing with or you're monkey branching on. Monkey branching. The chances of monkey branching and landing into a for real relationship are slim to none, and Slim just died. Now, of course, back to these back to this live chat. 17 and else is having multiple broads gets the best results out of broads. Now, Alicia Mark says that's true. Women love competition. They do love competition. It's like they say they hate it, but when they know a man could get another chick, that turns her on. Trust me, nothing makes a woman's coochie drier than knowing that you get no hoes. 17 Nell says my wife drugged me to that movie, and I literally walked out of the show after that scene, and I just fell out laughing. Hey, yo. Lie. That should look like one of those Tyler Perry movies that, that was actually kind of speaking the truth, actually. He said, I'm biblical movie single. Facts. Man, look, man, single's the best way to go, bro. Especially in this country, until they change these archaic laws. Yo, DDG can't even see his son, bro. No police report, no arrest, no nothing. All because she posted a picture of her little fucking finger that she might hurt herself. Even though she's all over the internet talking about how she's vindictive and how she'll, make things seem like it ain't. Real slimy, bro.
Emotional damage.
17 said because she made it rain on that oblivious ninja. Yeah, that bitch was like, yeah, oh yeah. That was actually funny. That like, damn, they had to really take it there, huh? They really had to take it there. Shit crazy. What else do I have for y'all? Oh, yo, we were just talking about lesbians and stuff, right? And studlies. Check this out.
Truly attracted to women, their fun toys would all be woman parts. Instead, they are man parts.
Yo, where the lie at?
If lesbians were truly attracted to women, their fun toys would all be woman parts. Instead, they are man parts.
One more game.
If lesbians were truly attracted to women, their fun toys would all be woman parts. Instead, they are man parts.
All facts, no lie. 17 says my results get so much better when I started keeping multiple bras. Hey, it does. Look, they smell the pheromones of other pussies on you, brother. That's what it is. They can smell other pussies on you. It's to the point that you can't even wash it off. You think you can wash it off. Like, yeah, you might wash off the pussy juices off, right? But there's certain pheromones that we release as humans that we do not consciously notice. I don't know if you know this too. Women have a heightened sense of smell. Do y'all know that? That's why, what I'm saying, sometimes you be talking about, you about to go see a chick and you think you smell all right. Unless you smell good, if you just smell okay, don't go to her house like that. Make sure you smell good. Why? Because even though you might smell okay to you, they smell everything, y'all. Women have a heightened sense of smell. And they definitely also smell pheromones and certain things that you wouldn't notice. Even when you take a shower, they know that you got some pussy. They not know you know. They subconsciously know that you done got some boom boom. For real, y'all. For real. 17 says facts. Trust me, they know subconsciously you got some boom boom. They can't put their finger on it, but it's like, something sexy about you. For some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, I want to give you ugly ass motherfucking pussy, nigga. For some reason, I want to fucking, I want to fucking, blaze you. You know what I'm saying? I want to chop you up. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But, you know what I'm saying? She's like, I don't even know why I want to chop you up, but I just want to chop you up. I don't know why, but I just want to chop you up.
He ain't lying.
Real.
You gonna put that pussy on me, put it on me.
A man support man said, you'll lie. How come they can't smell when their pussy stink? Hey, a man supporting man. Have you ever went to somebody's house or somebody's car and they didn't notice it smelled something, they didn't smell something, but then you came in and smelled something? When you're in the funk for so long, you ain't gonna know that something's funky. If you're sitting around in your own funk and you ain't take a shower for like 2 days and you're sitting in your own funk, you're not gonna know you're as funky. You're not gonna be as funky as a person who just took a shower. They came from that clean house and then came to your funky house and you're funky. So that's why they can't smell their pussy stink. Because they think that shit normal in nature. They think that shit is normal. What can I say, bro?
Emotional damage.
My man support man says, woman came to my house, bent over, skirt inside out, and she smelled like sex. Well, yeah, hey, here's the thing. Hey, I never said it. Look, I ain't never said that they ain't dirty themselves, bro. But I'm just telling you this right now. I mean, think about it. If she always had a stinky pussy, how's she gonna know any difference? But ask any biologist. Women have a heightened sense of smell. Now does they heighten like for example, if you've been sitting in shit all your life, you can probably think shit smelling like shit is normal. A man support man. Oh, right, for real. I'm just saying. The man support says, no, sir. I smell myself. I know. LOL. All right, look. And here's another two. Just because a woman have a heightened sense of smell, I mean, that might not be the case if she's dirty. If she's a dirty bitch, you might not notice it. But so here's the thing. Here's my question to you, a man support man. If you disagree with me, Are you only seeing dirty bitches, or are you seeing some clean bitches too? Because I'm gonna just tell you this right now: if a bitch is a clean woman, if she's a clean woman, she's gonna smell things. If she's a dirty bitch, like the dirty bitch you was telling me about, who had her shit inside out, she smelled like sex, or like the little fucking prostitute. Yeah, she probably ain't gonna notice anything because she's a dirty bitch. Well, what you want me to tell you, man? The Ambassador Portman said, that's the thing. That pussy didn't smell like that coming to see me before. Just disrespectful, laughing my fucking ass off. Well, yo, here's another thing too. Man, yo, just because a woman have a heightened sense of smell doesn't mean that, they're gonna, like, doesn't mean that applies to everything. Like, you're talking about the exceptions to the rule. See, you see, we talk about dirty hoes, but if you talk about a clean bitch, or a bitch who at least took a shower before she came to see you, it's gonna be a difference. Like, she probably, here's another two. That chick, she probably got fucked in the dark. She already got dick down in the dark, you know what I'm saying, before she came to your house. And unfortunately, she couldn't even ask to use a shower at your house because it's gonna be mad obvious. Like, bitch, what do you mean? How you can come over to my house and need to use a shower? It's gonna be pretty obvious that she done got her pussy used up. Yeah, man. Look, yo, man. These chicks, man. Like, yo, these chicks are cold, bro. These chicks. Hey, I don't know if we got any more sisters in the house. I don't know if Alicia's around. I mean, I'm not saying that Alicia or anybody else that that do it, but I'm sure these women know men who have slept with different men at the same time, and they were not necessarily prostitutes. Man Support Man says she did. I was wondering why she asked to shower at my place. Hello. Well, hey, now you know now. But I think you already knew what time it was, You already knew the time was. 17th says when they get mad and you really don't give a fuck, it throws them off. And first question comes, you must have another bitch. Facts. A man support man said I had to go back through my text and put the puzzle pieces together. I gotta tell you about it over the phone. Hey, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. Damn, that's interesting. Hey man, it be like that. Hey, a man support man. Yo, it be like that. Here's the thing too. Sometimes you'll just be sitting down there, smoking a cigar, enjoying a little drink. And then sometimes you be like, oh, like, yo, don't tease me about this, but yo, I mean, I know we're in our 40s and stuff, right? Well, I'm in my 40s. But you know what? I think I realized maybe like 20 years ago. No, I think I realized that this chick in high school cheated on me with this dude. But I was just too naive to like notice the little things, that it was pretty obvious that this bitch cheated on me. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Her and other people, like, it was pretty obvious that they cheated. Just I didn't notice it till now I was older, like, oh, okay. Oh, like that's why I went. Like sometimes you never put the pieces of the puzzle until after the fact. Sometimes it be years and decades later, bro. Like, I remember one time this chick I was fucking with, she told me that she kissed this dude. And I was mad, right? Of course I was gonna be mad. But I realized I was kind of wondering, why the fuck did this bitch tell me that she kissed this dude? And I was like, aha. The bitch told me she kissed the dude because hearing that she kissed another dude would probably been the worst. That would have been the least of my worries, knowing that this bitch sucked this nigga's dick probably or some type of shit, bro.
Really him. Really him. You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
But ironically, we in a fall now. But still, it was just like I fell out with her because it was like, okay, bitch, why you doing kissing another dude, right? But my dumb ass, after the fact, was still like, up here like, man, this bitch had a nerve to go kiss another dude, not knowing this bitch got fucked by another dude. So it was more severe than I thought, but I still reacted accordingly, bro.
Emotional damage.
But yep. He's definitely been putting them puzzles together, bro. A man support man said 2 reasons why women get away with cheating. One, the man's cheating with ain't telling. The man's she's cheating ain't paying attention to her routine. Facts. Did you see that clip I showed earlier? Since we just partying the bullshit, I'll show it again. That dude from what's that? That dude, I think he's from Power. But a dude from Power, he said something about it. The uncle. Where you at? Let me see. I just played it and I removed it. See? And then I had to play it again. Go figure. But it's kind of a good, he's kind of speaking of real. Check this out.
The reason that women don't get caught cheating because the dudes that they dealing with know how to stay in their lane. Just an example, real quick. A guy coming to a woman at a grocery store, he'd say, yo, you look good. Can I get your number? Just say, yo, she's honest. I gotta do. Call me on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 2 o'clock, right? And the dude will be like, yo, no problem. And he'll play by the rules, flip it around. She say, yo, I'm feeling you. Can I call you? He says, yeah, but I got a girl. They kick it. They hang out. She starts emotionally getting attached to the guy. And then she start calling him on off day because she don't know how to stay in her lane. And that's all facts right there.
Yo. See, a man supported man. He says, 17 Nell says, I was so green back in the day, and so many times I think about several situations with bras and them effing around was so obvious, but I was so caught up back then. Hey, you know, you can't even feel bad, bro, because guess what? We all been there, bro. Yeah, we all have sinned. We all have sinned. We all think, took back the bitch that we know that wronged us. And you know what's messed up? Even though we might not knew consciously, subconsciously we knew. Subconsciously, something just didn't rub us right. Like humans have a sixth sense that we can't even explain. But sometimes just things that don't sound right. Just things that don't sound right. A man supported man said also, she didn't kiss me like she normally does coming over. She didn't give me no head. She didn't give me no second round. All right, you know why? Because her pussy was beat all up, bruh. Hey, when a bitch pussy beat all up, yeah, the sex is gonna be completely different. Damn, what a dirty bitch. And you know what's fucked up too? What's fucked up is like she didn't want to disappoint you, but she disappointed you. Ain't that shit crazy, bruh?
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Yo, I really hate when females come and fucking play the fucking goddamn games, bro. That's fucking whack. The man supporting man said she was riding the D lazy, didn't want to F standing up and want to lay down lazy as F. Yeah, man. These chicks are crazy, bro. These chicks are crazy. Like, maybe that bitch was selling pussy or something, because most chicks, and then here's another too, most chicks, they usually be down to, here's the thing, most chicks, they could get throttled by like 2 or 3 dudes, and they still be ready to have more sex. The fact that her ass was already throttled, she must have been with somebody that she really liked or somebody before she linked up with you. And maybe they got it on to the point that this bitch pussy was all bruised all up. Well, yeah, that's definitely indicative of a chick, messing with somebody before she come see you. And I hate to say this, y'all. I know we like to look at women, as a cleaner of the sexes, but no, them girls is nasty, man. If you hear what them dudes we talk about in jail, those jail guards and jail correctional officers, the male correctional officers say the female jails are worse than the male jail. They say that shit smell nasty, smell gross up in the female jails. And yeah, man, these chicks, they will sleep with another dude. I mean, shit, we know this because, not even from pornos, but we had our girls having trains and all that. I mean, if a chick have a train, she could just she just had a train. She still had a train. She just got transferred. You just didn't know you was part of a train. Shit crazy, man. Shit crazy. That's why the code approach shit is so stupid. Because half the time you see a bitch walking on the street, especially she walking on the street, don't get it twisted. The bitch ain't walking on the street just, I mean, she could be walking on the street from her homegirl's house, maybe, I suppose. But more than likely, she's coming back from getting nutted in. More than likely, she's coming back from getting nutted in. And if you see a bitch walking on the street, she's probably going to get nutted in. These chicks, they will walk till they'll get fucked. Shit, I done had bitches, you know, I remember I was fucking a bitch in my neighborhood, and she fucked me, and I was like, okay, you want me to drop you off home? She was like, no, you ain't gonna drop me off home. She just walked back home. I guess, you know, she didn't want to see her, you know, she don't want her dude to see somebody pull up, so she just walked her ass back home. Now, a man supporting men says transfer train ride. Facts. That's essentially what it is. She just wanted to got transferred. You didn't know you was part of a train, but she was definitely part of a train. That's why it's so crazy how women be trying to be overprotective and don't want their man sleep with another man. But these chicks be fucking multiple dudes. Like, she'll fuck one dude raw, but then fuck you with a condom. You know? I mean, which is maybe a good thing, definitely. I mean, not even a maybe. It's definitely a good thing. But at the same time, it's like, you know, she will, and then if her and the other dude finally start fucking around, then she'll start fucking with you fuck a raw dog. Ain't that shit fucking crazy, bro? These bitches crazy.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Oh. Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read.
You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
17th and 0 says cold approach is stupid. At the ends, they say they want to F. They coming up to. That has been the case for me all but 2 times out of the many I've dealt with. Facts. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be very successful with cold approaching females, but it's a whole different climate, man. It's been a different climate. I would say it's been a different climate since. I would say even before. I would even say, as far as back as going back as prior to even right before Corona or after Corona. I would say after Corona, I officially stopped doing cold approaching. And I would say even before Corona, I even seen that the cold approaching scheme was wavering. Because guess what? When a female want a dude, yo man, they'll put themselves. It's so crazy, and it's so crazy because even as a kid, you notice it. When a woman likes a guy, she'll put herself in a position to even get got at by that dude. You know, if she really like the dude, she'll go to the dude and be all up in the face. But if a girl kind of like you a little bit, she'll at least put herself in the orbit. She'll at least put herself in a position so you can holler at her. So you end up kind of realizing, man, that cold approach shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I used to be a holler monster. And I ain't gonna lie, I used to get a lot of bitches from it. Why? Because I literally did it as a numbers game. And, you know, I'm okay looking. You feel me? You know, trust me, it's pretty easy to get 6 7s, you know, 6s and 7s and 5s. You know, if you're at least decent looking and got you're in shape. Pretty easy. But that was in a different market. Now it's a different situation. Now, it's like you used to be able to like holler at a big bitch in public and then, you know, she'll feel special. Now she got other ninjas all in her DM. Swallow niggas than you. A man support man says a real man will cold approach. I guess I ain't a real man. I must be a toy soldier. But
don't tell nobody.
Is what it is. I 17 said I grew up seeing way too many ninjas get clowned back in the day in the early 90s. So it was all but 2 times that I went for it. And 1 out of the 2 went for it. Facts. 17 says, I guess I ain't a real man then. Nope. Wait, we ain't real man. What are you, men or mice? Mice!
This is a sick Negro.
And hey, it is what it is. Man support my man is a wild boy. What else I got for y'all? I feel like there's one more thing I want to share with you before we just get about there. What's this?
Dejan, can you go in there real quick? I'm looking for something real quick. It's gonna take me like less than 5 minutes. Let me close these mirrors. Alright, y'all, it's gonna take me 2 seconds. Hold on.
Yo, am I the only one who knows that she did that on purpose, bro? Am I the only one who knew that she did that on purpose?
She wanna put that pussy on me, put it on me.
Dejan, can you go in there real quick? I'm looking for something real quick. It's gonna take me like less than 5 minutes. Let me close these mirrors. Alright, y'all, it's gonna take me 2 seconds. Hold on.
Yo.
It's an evil world we live in.
Man, that girl knew what she was doing, bro. When she knew what she was doing when she broke that boy's heart, bro. She knew exactly what she was doing when she broke that boy's heart. She was trying to monopolize on her 15 minutes of fame. And hey, it is what it is. But you can't be mad when, things didn't work out the way it did. Right?
You said it's all bullshit. All of it.
No, ma'am. What else I got for y'all? I don't even know what this is, but I want to play it. Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Run it back. Shit. I guess this White Man Can't Jump. The 2025 version. Here we go.
Fuck.
She wanna put that.
Damn.
Emotional damage.
All bad, G. All bad. Hang a monkey, bro. Hang a monkey.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
17th enough says even the ones that are successful cold approaching are in a trail position like a cornerback most of the times in those relationships. Facts. Because here's the thing. Cold approaching, you're essentially putting her on a pedestal. You're essentially putting her on a pedestal. That's why guys sometimes, that's why sometimes guys like to do a little bit of small talk, because even though small talk is like, it's like she kind of knows what you want. You mean small talk. But at least it's like if you small talk, at least, you won't directly head on her. It's kind of like, okay, if you're, I don't know, if you're at work or if you're at a restaurant or you're at a bar or something like that, and she's just by, then it's not really a direct cold approach. You can always kind of choose to say, okay, well, bitch, you were sitting next to me. I don't know. Versus if you just go from across the room and you go try to holler at her, or she's passing by, going somewhere, and you try to holler at her, right? Yeah, man, it's just that, so many times in my life, I done holler at girls and just watch them essentially holler at other guys. That's actually why I don't even do that bullshit no more. Like, it took me to kind of realize, okay, let her she got to at least flirt with you a little bit first before you even try to even speak to a chick. Because that's me. She's seen you. So if you're looking at her and staring her down like you want to eat her up and she ain't looking, she ain't fucking with you. She ain't fucking with you. And that's okay. Just know she ain't fucking with you, though. What else I got on here? I feel like I have nothing but booty. No, nothing educational right now. Oh, here go this Stud McKenzie. Check her out.
Lucky, put that cigarette out. You know I don't allow no.
Oh, I thought this was something else, but it's not. But check this out. This is still interesting though. Now, 17th and 0 said that's exactly what it is, putting her on a pedestal. He said that's real. Now, look at this situation. You know, they say art imitates life, or maybe is it life imitating art, or art imitates life? Check it.
Lucky, put that cigarette out. You know I don't allow no smoking in here.
Come on, Ma. I work. I pay the bills around here and I can't have a cigarette.
Boy, shut the fuck up and put the cigarette out.
When I said, boy, shut the fuck up and put the cigarette, you think that line was in there?
I know it wasn't.
It was not in the script. He laughed so hard when I said that.
Was Tupac startled? Because I was the first time I saw it.
Let me tell you something about Tupac. Tupac was a cold professional, baby. He had his lines down. He knew what he was doing. He came to the table. I kind of knew who Tupac was, but I didn't really.
Classic.
I went to his trailer because I wanted to rehearse. I knew he was famous. I knew, I got to understand. I wasn't listening to all that. That anger that your generation brought in at that time. I was still on Aretha, honey. Gladys, Barbara Streisand. And then I heard all y'all cussing. I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
No, you're not talking. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I knocked on his door. One of his cronies opened the door, and baby, a cloud of dope came out.
Mm-hmm. The good stuff.
I mean, the good stuff. I got high as a kite immediately. Mm-hmm. I walked on in there. And there were girls, and he was in the back like a king. I was kind of scared. I said, all right, everybody, get the fuck out of here. He's got to rehearse. And he looked at me. I didn't know if he was going to kill me or shoot me or what the fuck. He said, I like her, man. Y'all gonna get out, man. I got to rehearse, man. Mm. And we rehearsed. And that scene, it was like maybe 3 or 4 takes.
Finally gonna work on this music thing. Work on this tape, somebody can listen to it. I ain't got to be doing this post office shit forever.
Don't be cussing around me, boy. Who you think I am, one of your friends?
Now, yo. The reason why I'm playing this is because I don't really care about all the other shit that she was saying. What I kind of thought was crazy is the fact that she improv and she essentially cursed at him. Now, is that not synonymous on a lot of things that they portray on not only on TV but in the black community, where the mom disrespects the grown son? Because I don't know what her job was, but he was the one working at the post office. Post office is a pretty decent job. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best job ever, but hey, it makes some pretty decent income. To make a livable wage, that is. I don't know how that accumulates with when you have a daughter, though. Now, 17th and 0 says also never holler at her in a group with girls because she will stunt on you and embarrass you for her homegirls for entertainment. Facts. Hey, you know what's fucked up too? There's sometimes that a female will give you play, but just because she's with her certain homegirl, she will not give you play. Women are very hive-minded. Talk about hive minds. This lady, isn't she the one from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? See, it kind of goes back to that stereotype. They say that, black women are not mean and not this. And I'm not saying all black women are mean because I know some very nice black women. But if black women are not mean, disrespectful to their sons and, are against the matriarchy, then why do they accept roles like this and why do they accept portraying it? And why do they not say anything about it? Why did they not say anything about this?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
This is a sick Negro.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else I got. Oh, okay.
Her name up at all. She tells me to shut up. I never brought your name up at all, but you took it personal. They told us when we walked in as adults, do not take it personal. Nobody said nobody's name. You need to shut up. Go on to the FCCA and get you a cat. That's why these black men are single. Right, these black women are single, right there. And then you wonder why we don't want them. And then they say, it's strong black woman. That's the strong black woman. Telling a straight black man, shut up. That's why she will die alone.
Hey.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
He older than me, and he even getting in on the conversation. Now, 17 Love says, I'm glad my mom was never like that broad. Hey, I feel you, but you know what's crazy? You know, your mom might not be like that, but I can honestly say, even though our moms might not have been that way, they might have been that way in spirit, in their own little ways, bro. Because I can honestly say that I don't have to check my mama, you feel me? You know, and, hey, you ain't never really grown. Shit, some people say that you ain't grown until you can check your daddy, or at least stand up to your daddy. Nah, see, standing up to your daddy too easy. Standing up to your daddy too easy, because guess what? As a man, I think instinctively we kind of want to stand up to our father, right? But guess what? Mom, she ain't never did no wrong. No, you ain't a real man until you could tell your mom about herself, and not just so you ain't like, oh, mom, you're this word, or not name your mama no names. Look, hey, if you have your mother in your life, next time you see her, hug your mother, kiss your mother. Hey, love your mother. But when you can stand up to your mama, that's when you're actually truly a man. Because at that point, when you can stand up to your mama, ain't no other woman could go and challenge you after that. Even if she is giving you some trim. If you can stand up to your own mama, you know what I'm saying? Look, I ain't saying stand up to your own mama if she right. But if your mama, she acting some type of way, hey, at this point in time, especially in my age, my mama need me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she don't need me all the time because she's still able-bodied. But guess what? Every now and then when she needs some stuff, when she needs someone to go do something at her house, or, she needs someone to come by and do this, or her neighbor's giving her trouble or anything like that, guess what? Who do you think she's going to call? So, hey, guess what? You're going to respect me. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? And look, and you're supposed to respect your parents. You know what I'm saying? Honor thy mother and thy father, okay? Love your mother. And when you see your mother, hug your mother. Now, a man support man said, you won't know how to handle a woman until you stand up to your mother. Woo! Right.
He ain't lying.
Hey, I totally agree. I totally agree. You feel me? I totally agree to that testament. I definitely co-sign to that, bro. 17 then else says, no, I had a Butte Cup. A Butte Coupe homeboys, and some of my ex-girlfriend's mamas was wild, like Rick James with titties. Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, I done seen them. I done some weird mamas. You feel me? Hey, so crazy. I remember as a younger person, I still remember me and my boys used to ride around and stuff. When I used to just, was, doing goofy young people shit. And I still remember that my homeboy, his girlfriend or his ex-girlfriend, the chick that he was fucking with, her homegirl had a mama who let us come by and chill with them, right? Mind you, it was probably like in our early 20s. And I still remember me and her linked up, and I think we went to go smoke and chill somewhere or something like that. I forgot where we was. We went somewhere where we was hanging out. But long story short is, the moms was mad cool, right? Didn't care if we were smoking and all that. But here's the flip side to it. The flip side to having a mom who, a girl, if your girl's mom is too cool, that same mama is going to be the one who's going to go ahead and hold her secrets if she's fucking around and cheating on you too, okay? So you got to watch out for that mama. The Rick James mama was too damn cool. Because remember, Rick James was so cool, he was just fucking Loki a snake too. You feel me? So gotta watch out.
It's an evil world we live in.
Mm-hmm. Facts be no printer. But yo, man, it's been about an hour 45. We done got live. But yo, man, you know, we're gonna talk some more shit. Hopefully I'll even come in the morning, you know what I'm saying? That ideally I like to come in the morning, but we're gonna see how that happens. 17ML says my mom in some respects needed me from a young age, so we never had no issues to where she disrespected me. Me and my dad had a few incidents, but never to the point of having to stand up to him. Well, that's because your dad probably respected you so much to the point that you never even had to have that event. Unfortunately, me and my dad never really had a great relationship. And I have to be honest with you, that was on him and not really on me. And what's crazy is that, you know, he did still raise me, but I truly believe that I can't believe one of the problems with my dad was, you know, he was a very intelligent man and a very hardworking man. But I think his problem was he was a simp. That's probably one of the reasons why I detest simpery, you know? And I have to make sure that I will never be a simp because, you know, the simp behavior, man, is very, not only does simping affect, you know, the community, but also affects directly the family, man, for real. So salute to moms, you know, salute to moms and respect to you, G, and salute to our parents, you know what I'm saying? We love our parents, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, when we get to our age, you know what I'm saying, at this point, there ain't nothing that they could tell us. If anything, there's a lot of things we could tell them. And once again, yo, it's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Y'all all too good to me. I appreciate y'all in the chat tonight. Have a good night. Salute. Peace.